morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Thursday. And wow, just pure chaos in the markets once again. Our toll-free number, 800-951-0592. The website at allamericangold.com. At one point earlier this morning, gold $5,600, silver $121. Right now, gold's down $185 at $52.32. Silver down $4.89 at $111.66. Well, wait, how about $4 now? Wow, $112.50. These markets are moving. By the way, at one point, gold was down almost $300, and here it comes, down $150, coming right back here, $52.65. It is, pandemonium, cats and dogs living together. The Dow right now down over 400 points. I think. We're just watching a bunch of profit taking. Somebody said, hey, $5,600, let's take a little bit off the table. $121 silver, let's take a little bit off the table. Going to be interesting to see where this finishes. So we'll keep our eyes posted. The market's obviously moving in a big way, and again, this is kind of right. I guess what the new normal. Silver's been moving $100, $200 every single day this week. So I guess why not? Right? It is at least for right now the first little pullback that we've seen in the number. We've got threats of a government shutdown, so they've got till I guess tomorrow to work this all out. Right now, everyone, it's Homeland Security, right? That's where ICE lives, and of course the Democrats want to cut that. We'll see. I don't know. It does appear that maybe we're getting ready to bomb Iran, so we've got that. On top of it, just obviously the issues in Japan, which just continue to haunt the markets, and I don't know. We're watching things where it's almost impossible now when we're looking at it for us to not step on landmines. It's almost impossible. They're just everywhere. And it's like, what landmines are going to go off today? What landmines are they going to step on today? And that is really, I think, something that has the markets on edge. The Fed yesterday, as expected, left interest rates unchanged. There was two dissenters, kind of again, as we expected. Both the dissenters are Juan Waller, who's angling. He's still in the running for the Fed job. And then Marin, right, he's the guy Trump appointed to replace Kubler. And, of course, he's been the rate cutter as well. They both wanted another quarter of a point, but they held rates steady. Trying to dismiss. Here was the good part. Someone did, people are getting a little smarter. Someone asked Jay Powell, hey, what about gold? What is gold saying? Are you worried about the gold price? He tried to play it off, but you could tell that there was no belief behind that statement. And when we're looking at what's happening, Jason, we've been saying it for a while. I know you guys, listen, I know, right? The Dow's 48,000. I mean, but the S&P hit a record the other day, right? The economy, it's not great, but it's not it's not the financial crisis, right? That's not happening. So
it's going to get better. There's a ton of money getting ready to come in. They're going to be happy.
It's okay, and you're ignoring what the really, really big money is telling the world. Fiat money's in trouble. I wish it wasn't. Listen, do I wish we didn't have a $39 trillion deficit? Yeah. Yeah, do I wish that we weren't going to have to borrow a record amount of money this year? Yes. Think about that. We're going to borrow more than what we did in COVID. Now, I don't know if will the budget deficit be as big as COVID? It'll be close. I know we're going to spend more money than we did during COVID. That I know. And when you look at gold and silver, I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong on this. I'm going to reevaluate. Yes, it's not going to be a straight line. I don't know what I'm looking at. Take silver as an example, $112. If it gets back into the 90s, I'll be surprised. Listen, demand alone probably says 150 easy. Just with demand. Forget about anything else. We'll be back after the break. 800-951-0592. It's like a yo-yo, man, going out here. Listen, the Dow down 250, the NASDAQ down 500, the S&P's down 78, the 10-year note little changed here at 424. Crude oil up to 65.50. Again, this is, I guess, all Iran news. By the way, gold, if you're looking on TV, gold may is getting ready to turn back positive again. But gold took a big move after the Fed came out. So New York was closed. Gold jumped at another $100+ in the electronic trading, got up to 5,600. Listen, gold right now only down now 140, 52.75. It's been all the way down to 51.06, so close enough. Let's call it 5,100. Is this the gold market saying, hey, here's our new low? Remember silver? Remember the day? Well, gosh, you know what? It's so funny. It may have been this week. That's how fast silver. Remember, it was up to $118. Like it went up $15 in one day, and then by the end of the day, it went all the way back to where it started at 103.
That was Monday.
Okay, thank you.
Well, because it closed Friday. At the end of the day, it took a big old chop upwards to 103 and change, and then the overnight Sunday night popped silver up a bunch, and then during the day it went up even more, and then in the afternoon it just came all the way back to 103. Went up on Tuesday, went up on Wednesday, and now you have the down day today.
I think that may be what they're calling, hey, that's the new support for silver, 103. Today, silver at one point was down about $8. Not about, it was down $8. But it didn't even approach 103. I think it got down to about 108, maybe 107 and change. Has bounced off of that. And again, 103 silver, $5,100 gold. Is that kind of the new higher lows? Usually we'd like to see it hit that a couple of times, but it doesn't seem like the market's interested in this at all. This is a demand game. Period. When we look at the sell-off today, right, people booked profits, and then all of a sudden, buyers came running back into the market at $5,100, right? Buyers in silver, they didn't even wait for 103 this time. I will say this, so I'm down to the last 50 rolls of dimes at $350. When they are gone, you are looking at $400 plus a roll. Well, like $420, $430. Guys, that's less than $98. We had this great big pullback today. Gold's 100, or silver's 112 and change, and we'll just see. I don't know if gold and silver close up today, Jason. Wow, right? Just look out. I don't know that they will.
I don't know what's happening. We know that China and Asia are trying to push the prices. They're trying to find information on the Chinese military vehicles rolling into Beijing. That everyone's trying to. The pictures coming out of there are very hard to get and to prove that there's a military leader in China that's being, I guess, pursued. And if China and Asia are trying to push these metals prices up, maybe they've been distracted today, Joe. maybe they got some internal problems. And I know, the other thing is you're talking about Chinese economic issues they're having, really severe ones, just like every market has. So all that can really do is just make this gold and silver market that we're trying to buy and sell it's going to make it more volatile. When one of the biggest players is having their own internal problems, I can't find the pictures myself yet, but yeah, if you have military, you have tanks rolling into Beijing, it's it doesn't seem like a stable situation, Joe. Joe's looking for it. Are you looking for it? It's out there. It's not provable yet. You know how China is. They don't want this kind of stuff to get out. That we have a rogue general that's trying to get rid of Xi, right?
Well, listen. I know China. They just took out a bunch of more generals over selling secrets to the United States. So,
right. Hey, generals, can you do something about these metals prices? And would you quit? Right? It's an economic.
Listen,
it's economics.
You got to think about this. What Jason's talking about. The Chinese are already falling over themselves to get as much gold and silver as possible. And if it's true that there's tanks in Beijing, holy crap, right? I mean, that's just going to make it even worse. And China's a physical market. When you buy, obviously, when you're a retailer, right, you're buying the physical. We get that. But when you're buying on the Shanghai Gold Exchange, you're buying a warrant. It's a little different. This is literally you are essentially buying that ounce of gold, that 10 ounces of gold, that 100 ounces of gold, the kilo bars of gold. You're buying them, and they are physically, so for the big buyers, right, and I'm talking big buyers, right, so they're buying 400-ounce delivery bars. They're physically getting a 400-ounce bar and putting it in the vault with your name on it. I mean, that's how it works in China. It is not a paper market. And the amount of warrants being issued, it's mind-boggling because everybody thought, okay, at some point somebody's going to stop buying, right? And really, you know who it was? It was Americans who really haven't been buying anyway, right, Jason? I mean, that's about it. Nowhere else is this. It's not. They're buying in Europe. They're buying in Asia. They're buying in Africa. They're buying in Australia. The only place really seems to be here.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm on YouTube. I don't know how much you can trust YouTube, but I'm seeing videos from yesterday coming into today of tanks and infantry vehicles rolling into Beijing because there's a general or two that are hanging out there trying to push their political weight against Xi Jinping. So, I'm guessing it's kind of hard to get these pictures out of there. So, what do you trust, right? Now you got AI guys out there that are going to take advantage of this, and there's nothing you can really trust. But
yeah, well, you know what? And I'm looking at this, and somebody's saying this is a new change. China's got it all covered up, like
yes,
so you can't see it, right?
Correct.
You know, it's the craziest thing. That people are speculating, what is it, right?
Well, and what they were saying on the morning show, which, is something to take into consideration. They're like, look, we're Western-minded. There still is a completely different mindset in Asia, and especially in China. And he's like, look, the political mind and the political processes and how they maneuver for power in their political their government is way different than what we do. They just do it. I guess it's very, very complex. The power that if you're in a general, so to speak, or if you're Xi Jinping and how he came into power, it's complicated, and so it's hard to gauge what they're doing, even when you're seeing the picture show of who's creating these pictures and who's the military actually going after. They're going into Beijing, so the idea, what I've been told is there's resistance to what's happening in China. And all I can gain from this, Joe, with gold and silver going down today, would be there's got to be some different ideals as to what China should be doing right now, politically or geopolitically, right? Maybe all this buying of gold and silver, maybe the whole breaking away BRICS thing isn't quite as popular in China as they want to say, right, Joe? I mean, maybe holding dollars is a lot more popular than we're led to believe, because China not too long ago was the number one holder, right, Joe? So there's,
Yeah, I mean,
there's a different ideal, and listen,
you can make that.
Okay, let's just go with this. CIA, just for a minute. CIA is obviously all over the world. If they can influence influencers in China to become more American-friendly, which that absolutely can happen, then you're trying to sway the Chinese government to do things in quote-unquote America's favor. And that can change markets, Joe. That could absolutely change markets. You get someone that wants to relieve this silver and gold buying frenzy that's going on in the East. If you can relax that a little bit, then there's a little less pressure in the West. And, Joe, who really makes the decisions in China? I know that presidents really don't make...
Listen, could be. I don't know. Is there a coup going on in China? I don't know, right? I don't know. It's a lot of speculation. We'll see. We'll see.
And I'm looking at these videos. It looks like 5 months ago they had the same situation going on, and it got quelled somehow. So this happened 5 months ago last year. I didn't even know about it. There's so much going on.
Well, I know this. I know they've been purging a lot of high-up generals in the Chinese military, and I know they just did it again. And took the guy out at the very top, saying that he was selling nuclear secrets to the United States. We'll keep our eye on it.
Well, it looks like Pakistan has moved their nuclear weapons to the border with Iran, and the idea is there's been talk that, well, why don't we just give some of these to Iran so they can be protected? Because the whole idea about the Iran buildup is that, hey, America, if you don't get in there and blow these guys up for us, Netanyahu says, well, I'm just going to send a nuke. I'm just going to nuke Iran. Well, Iran has really good conventional weapons that can do all. I mean, they did $40 billion in damage in that little 12-day war. They don't talk about this. Well, what if Pakistan just sends a couple nukes over the border? It's like, well, we'll just even the odds here. Right? So these are things that are going on that would affect Chinese leadership. Chinese leadership has to make decisions about Pakistan moving nukes to the border of Iran. These are all interconnected situations, and the more financially stressed these nations are, the more willing they are to do really radical things. And this means gold can go down $300 in a day suddenly, right?
Well, we'll see if it stays down. Gold 5,300 now, down $100.
It's coming back.
And $15. Silver now down $3 in change, almost $113. Wow. I don't know, man. You tell me, right? It's a world gone mad. We'll be back after the break. 800-951-0592. The last of the dimes. We're about done here. $350. We got less than 50 rolls now left. Silver down $3 in change right now. 113 and a quarter. That's $5 off the low. Gold. Look at gold now. Gold down $100. 5,300.
Those are huge movements, man.
$15. This is.
You know, one thing when we were predicting what was going to happen to gold and silver last year, Joe, you were predicting price moves, and I was predicting the larger size movements. But what's hard to predict, and we should have known. We would have thought about it. Is how rapidly these moves, how quick these moves are. You know, it's the speed of these moves that make. Joe, I was talking to Joe this morning. It makes it hard for us to figure out how we're going to sell, what we're going to sell, and how to approach it, because, look at. You could buy something in the morning and lose money by the afternoon.
We've been on the air 30 minutes.
Yep.
And gold's moved $150 upward in these 30 minutes. Now, the 30 minutes before that, right, gold moved almost $500, $400 down. It's very, very difficult. But
this is, you know what? Just say this. This is why when we have to purchase gold and silver right now. This is why all across the country the price for buying is so far below spot. Because if you have $500 moves, how do you price gold when you buy it without losing your shirt? Right. This is why there are retailers across the country that have just stopped buying and selling silver until they're waiting for something more normal, Joe. It is difficult, and really, Joe, it's for you guys listening. How many ounces do you have? Grab it and hold on to it, because you don't want to be dealing with the turbulence. You leave the turbulence to us, and we'll do the best we can for you.
Listen, $20 gold piece is $55.95. Gold's been that today. Gold has been $55.95 today. It's probably going to be it's going to be there and beyond shortly. The question lurking out there, the demand for treasuries, it's a problem. They're saying at these current prices, and think about it, I just heard 10-year it's 4.25. Demand is in jeopardy. People are talking about the diversification benefits has evaporated as far as owning U.S. treasuries. The old way of providing diversification, a hedge against downturns, right? Because remember, when the economy goes down, right, yields go lower. That's how you make money in bonds. It's kind of the opposite of what you think. When you got higher yields, that you're losing money. And what they're saying is right now, guess what? Can't make any money. And by the way, at 4.25 10-year note, there's no demand. I mean, I don't want to make it be like, okay, nobody's buying them, but you understand what I'm saying. There's not a lot of demand. People are not craving the treasury market, and now hedge funds are saying that outside of the basic trade, i.e., I'm holding it, I gotta hold my money in something. I want to do it short term, so I guess treasuries are fine. Their view now is treasuries are just another risky asset. And this is kind of what we're seeing. I think this lays this case out very, very well. Why is gold doing what it's doing? We know silver, listen, don't get me wrong, silver's moving because of this as well. But silver, right, we've got huge supply and demand issues. And, of course, let's face it, the paper markets, silver should have been rallying in 2024 with gold, and it didn't. It just caught up now, right? Now we're back to where we need to be. But when we're looking at demand here, and then you factor in supply, it's crazy. Everybody now, you know what? Everyone, just the other, what? I was just saying, just in the last week. Oh, okay, gold's going to be $6,000. Well, they were talking about gold, being $5,200 now. Now it's $6,000. Guess what's happened by the end of this week? Here it is Thursday. 4 major banks. Gold's going to be $8,500. And, of course, I'm using an average because some are saying 87, some are saying 82, some are saying 85. And silver's going to be anywhere between $230 and $300. And, Jason, they're saying that it's going to do it in the next 12 to 18 months.
It could be a lot faster than that. It could be a lot. I mean, I said, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, it seems like we could get 6,000 gold in February. I mean, I think that's listen, I would tell you right now, I think that is a very real possibility. But I'm not talking about $6,000 gold. I know, yeah.
Right? We're talking about $8,500 gold. Why? Simple. These banks aren't dumb. They're going and talking and saying, hey, guys, are you going to stop buying? You know what they're being told? No. No. You're not? No. But it's $5,000. So? Would I rather own gold or treasuries? Would I rather own gold or Japanese debt? Would I rather own gold than European debt? Would I rather own gold than Asian debt? I mean, I think that's an easy answer for everybody in the whole world. Yeah, I'd rather own gold. And they're all saying it. Why? Because they all know this is a debt money system. The only solution is more debt. That is it. And they are going to print into oblivion. Jason always says, hey, gold's a leading economic indicator. Gold's telling you, I think we're going to have huge inflation. Huge inflation at the end of 2026 and beyond. 800-951-0592. Silver dimes at $3.50, whatever's left. $20 gold pieces, $55.95 at 800-951-0592. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on a crazy Thursday. It's fun. It's fun, right? It can take your breath away. I was hoping for more. I'll be honest. I wanted a big pullback. I wanted a big pullback so I can say, see, I told you so. I don't know if we're going to get it. We still may. We still may. Just doesn't look that way.
We have a big volatility. How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
We have a big volatility, which means you don't know what's going to happen, and that might be par for the course for a while. Yep, it's what do they use? Oh, the new normal. The new normal. Are we going to bust that out? Really quickly. I meant to do this earlier. I just got so distracted with the price of gold and silver moving. When it comes to Texit, and now the newest coin, Iskander, if you want to be part of the first block being mined in Iskander,
It's essentially $27,000 to be part of the Founders Club. That is the minimum through Tuesday. So if you want to get in on that, and they're going to make it easy. You can do ACH, which is like a check. You can, if you want to use gold and silver, call me. I can help you do that. So if you want to get in, you got to do it fast. So call me today to do that. After that, you can get in for $995. Back to the usual amounts. I will say this, guys, and I know a lot of you, and I heard this from Christine was telling me. Some of you are worried you made a mistake. You didn't make a mistake. Believe me when I tell you, and I know the price stinks right now, but here's what I want. And this in Phoenix, we do these mini meetings all the time, right? If you guys want to learn how to buy and sell your coins and you need, special attention, I'm looking for somebody in Colorado. Jason and Mike are busy dudes. I mean, Jason's running a gold company, running a radio station, helping out with Texas. I mean, the guy's like, the Jamaican guy on Saturday Night Live, right? How many jobs do you got? Mike Morris. He's got Warriors Revolution. He's got some auto thing, right?
Yep.
Right? I mean, he's got 87 things to do, and they have these general meetings. What I'm looking for, somebody in Colorado, if you are, hey, I'm pretty good. I got, Coinbase and Kraken down. I can, whether it's Bitmark, Dextrade, I'm really good on exchanges. Somebody that may be willing to help others. So we can set up some small meetings for those of you that need a little more hands-on training. I'm looking for a couple of volunteers in Colorado that, hey, I can make myself available one day a week or something to help some people. Please reach out to me and let us know if you can help us. When it comes to the next phases of this project, Layer 2 is all but in the bag. Here's the cool part for Islander, which is much different than Texas Coin. Okay, they're two separate things, but one helps the other. There is big maximums in Iskander, right? You want to drop 200 and basically $250,000 to that. That is a mega miner in the Islander project. You don't have that in Texas. We limit the big buyers. There is no restrictions as far as here. We say 90% ownership in the TXC has to be in the United States. That does not exist in this coin, in the Dubai coin. Anybody in the world they can buy, Americans can buy it. All the countries in the Middle East can buy it. The Asians can buy it. There is no ownership percentages. Already a major crypto influencer who is friends with Bobby. They are already getting started with this. So the influencer thing, they're working on a deal. We'll see if it happens with Binance, the largest exchange in the world. They're actually have had several talks about Islander. There's a lot of things behind the scenes I don't think people know about, and I know it can be frustrating because we're all want the Texas coin to be better. It's going to be, and again, I don't think the price reflects what it is that we've done. The price doesn't reflect what it will. It will. Hey, we're in a bear market. The bear market, I think, is getting ready to end, and we've got a lot of great things coming right now. To get into Islander, you have to be a Texas miner. That will stay in effect until March. So the only people here on this, at least in the Texas community, that can buy Islander are Texas miners. So keep that in mind as well. If you want more information on it, obviously reach out to us. We'll do the best we can. 800-951-0592. Jason and I will be back after the break. 800-951-0592. Rolls of silver dimes. I'll be glad. Well, we shouldn't have had rolls of silver dimes going this far, but we did. Clean them up, get rid of them. $350. Way, way, way below spot. Way below cost. Way below anybody in the world. And then $20 gold pieces, $59.95. Believe it or not, gold was $59.95 today. I mean, that's kind of crazy. 800-951-0592. Apparently, the Trump administration has been having talks with separatists in Alberta, Canada, about possibly becoming the 51st state. Apparently in Alberta, that is a very conservative part, I guess, of Canada, Jason, and they've been very unhappy with the liberal policies of the Canadian government, and, not surprised. The world has changed. Washington has changed. This is the Canadian Prime Minister, by the way. There is almost nothing normal in the U.S. now. That's the truth. So apparently the Canadian beef goes on. The Treasury Secretary even commented in Davos, saying Alberta is a natural partner for the United States. People are talking. People want sovereignty. They want what the U.S. has got. So, guys, I don't know, right? The United States expansion continues, right? We're running Venezuela. We've now, by the way, we got Mexico to agree to stop shipping Cuba oil. So Trump wants Cuba to fall. Who knows? Maybe we'll take Iran and now Greenland and possibly Alberta, Canada.
It sounds like New World Order. If you just turn the whole Western Hemisphere into America, then you got your Amero. Well, we'll have the Amero before we know it, Joe. It'll be revamped and bigger and better. And they'll just call it by a different name, right? Well, you got gold and silver going crazy. I guess a new type of currency, I guess, is in the works here. We'll have our own Eurozone before we know it. Any defections or any defiance will not be tolerated.
Right.
Even if it's just 50,000 people in Greenland, do not defy.
You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. And hey. Canada, come on down. Well, at least Alberta, right? You can have the rest of it.
Maybe something's going to happen at the Super Bowl in 2 weeks.
Oh, stop saying that.
Trump decided not to be there. It's an open target. The president's not going to be there.